Did you know that nearly 80% of people live paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make ends meet, even though they work hard every day? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. But here's the brutal truth: this constant cycle of financial stress doesn't have to be your reality. The way you think about money, and more importantly, the way you manage it, can change everything. What if I told you there's a way out? A way to not just survive financially, but to thrive? You've probably heard it before: money can't buy happiness. And while that's true to an extent, let me ask you, can it give you freedom? Freedom to choose how you spend your time, where you live, and who you spend your life with. Absolutely. The problem is, most people never learn how to make money work for them. Instead, they let money control them. By the end of this, you'll discover how to shift your mindset, take control of your finances, and build a future where money supports your goals, not the other way around. Ready to take that first step? Because once you do, the possibilities are endless. Money is a tool, not the goal. Money is one of those things we all chase after, but here's the truth: it's not the goal. It's just a tool, a vehicle that can get you to the life you want. Think of it like a hammer. A hammer's not your end goal, it's what helps you build the house you dream about. If you're out there just trying to collect as much cash as possible without thinking about the bigger picture, you'll eventually hit a dead end. It's about using money to create opportunities for growth, solve problems, and, most importantly, bring you freedom. Now, if you're serious about changing your mindset around money, you've got to ask yourself, what's your real goal? Maybe it's financial independence, maybe it's being able to travel more, or maybe it's just having peace of mind knowing you don't have to stress over bills. Whatever it is, money can help you get there, but only if you use it wisely. Consider this: if you're looking at money purely as a goal, you're missing out on the real magic it can create. It's about the lifestyle, the choices, and the experiences you can have. For example, let's say you're focused on how to get money right now. You work overtime, pick up side gigs, but are you making it work for you? Are you using that extra cash to build investments or create a passive income stream? That's the game changer. Without investing and making your money work for you, you're just working for your money. But if you switch gears and use your earnings to build long-term wealth, that's when you're setting yourself up for real freedom. So, ask yourself, how are you using the money you have? Are you just spending it on short-term satisfaction, or are you focusing on the bigger picture? Are you using money as a tool to reach your goals, or just piling up cash with no plan? Shifting your mindset from "I want more money" to "I want a better life" is where the real transformation starts. The key is to remember that money isn't the end goal. It's the tool that helps you build the life you really want. And once you get this right, the next step is to live within your means. Let's dive into that, because it's more important than you might think. Live below your means. Living below your means is one of those fundamental principles that can change everything. It doesn't matter if you're making $30,000 a year or $300,000, what matters is how much you're spending. Most people get caught up in the idea that more money equals more freedom, but that's not true if your lifestyle grows with your paycheck. Think about it: every time you get a raise or land a new gig, do you immediately upgrade your car, your house, or your daily habits? That's the trap. If you don't make a conscious effort to live below your means, you'll always be one step away from financial stress. One of the most powerful things you can do for your financial health is to embrace the idea of living below your means, even when it feels uncomfortable. You don't need to go extreme, cutting out every single fun purchase, but even small adjustments can add up. For instance, instead of eating out every night, what if you focused on meal prepping once a week? Saving even just $100 a month can add up to $1,200 a year, money that could go toward investments or creating a passive income stream. Another great example is housing. Many people think that upgrading to a bigger house is a sign of success. But if you're spending half your paycheck on rent or a mortgage, how much freedom do you actually have? Imagine putting that extra money into an investment or using it to start a side business that can build passive income. That's real freedom, not just a bigger credit card bill at the end of the month. Living below your means doesn't mean sacrificing all your pleasures. It's about making conscious decisions that support your long-term goals. For instance, instead of buying a brand new car, you could look into used options that fit your budget. Or rather than splurging on expensive vacations, try exploring more affordable travel options, like road trips or exploring local gems. These habits, when practiced consistently, build the foundation for wealth that will last. And once you've started mastering the art of living below your means, the next step is to focus on your financial habits. Trust me, that's where the magic happens. But let's save that for the next step, where you'll see how even the smallest habits can lead to massive wealth over time. The importance of financial habits over wealth. Let's face it, many people think wealth is about earning more money. But the truth? It's all about the habits you develop. You can make millions, but if you don't have the right habits in place, that money will slip through your fingers faster than you can say debt. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how you manage what you have. Building good financial habits is the foundation for long-term success, and it all starts with small, consistent actions. Think about this. Have you ever found yourself thinking, "I'll start saving once I make more money"? The problem is, without the habit of saving, more money just means more spending. It's a vicious cycle. Instead, focus on developing habits like saving a set percentage of your income each month or tracking your expenses to make sure you're not overspending on things you don't need. Even if you're only putting aside $50 a month at first, that consistency will start building your wealth over time. Budgeting is another key habit that often gets overlooked. Sure, it's easy to throw all your expenses into one big pile and hope for the best, but it's the little details that matter. Start by dividing your income into categories: savings, essentials, and investments. This simple practice not only helps you avoid financial stress, but it ensures that every dollar you earn is being put to work, whether it's growing your savings or funding future investments. And let's not forget about the power of eliminating bad habits, like impulse buying or not keeping track of subscriptions that pile up. These little leaks in your finances can add up to a significant drain on your resources. One way to start tackling this is by setting reminders to review your subscriptions regularly or by creating a no-buy challenge for yourself for a month. Small changes, but they pack a punch when it comes to your long-term financial health. Once you've built a solid foundation of financial habits, the next logical step is to understand the power of compounding growth. Trust me, this is where the real magic happens. Stick around, because this next step will show you how a little bit of effort today can lead to massive results down the road. Understand the power of compound growth. Compound growth is a financial game changer, and understanding it is key to unlocking wealth over time. Here's the thing. You can put away small amounts of money, but if you're not letting it grow through compounding, you're leaving money on the table. Compound growth works like this. You earn returns not just on your initial investment, but also on the returns that accumulate over time. It's like planting a tree. You start with a seed, and over time, that tree grows and gives back more than you could have imagined. This is what makes early savings and investments so powerful. Let's say you start investing $100 a month into a retirement account at age 25. Over the years, the returns on those $100 investments will start snowballing. By the time you're 65, you'll have far more than just the $100 a month you put in. In fact, if you invest in assets that yield a 7% return annually, your money could grow to over $200,000 in 40 years. That's the magic of compounding. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. The beauty of compound growth is that it rewards consistency. Even if you can't contribute large amounts of money up front, the power lies in small, regular investments. Imagine if you could start now, putting away a little bit each month. Over time, you'd be surprised at how much it adds up. And if you combine this with the habit of living below your means, you'll be setting yourself up for financial independence without even realizing it. One of the best places to take advantage of compound growth is through investments. The stock market, for instance, has historically provided an average return of around 7 to 10% per year. If you consistently invest in low-cost index funds, you can harness compound growth to build wealth steadily. The key is to avoid the temptation to time the market and instead focus on long-term gains. Patience, in this case, isn't just a virtue, it's the secret sauce to wealth. Once you grasp the power of compounding, the next logical step is understanding how to manage debt wisely. Because not all debt is bad, but some can trap you in a cycle of financial stress. Let's take a closer look at how debt can either be a tool or a trap in the next step. Trust me, this will make a huge difference in how you approach your finances moving forward. Debt can be a tool or a trap. Debt is one of those financial concepts that can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can help you build wealth if used wisely. On the other, it can absolutely destroy your financial future if mismanaged. Think about it. Borrowing money to invest in an asset that appreciates, like property or education, can be an effective way to build long-term wealth. But taking on high-interest debt for things that don't increase in value? That's a trap you want to avoid at all costs. Let's take student loans, for example. For many people, this kind of debt is an investment in their future. Sure, it's a heavy burden at first, but with the right education and career path, that debt can pay off big time. By investing in your education, you increase your chances of earning a higher salary, which ultimately allows you to pay off that debt faster and start building wealth. The key is to invest in your education with purpose, picking degrees or certifications that have a high return on investment. On the flip side, let's talk about credit card debt. This is the kind of debt that can trap you in a cycle of payments that only seem to grow. High interest rates on credit cards mean you're not paying off the principal balance, but just the interest. So, while it might feel like you're making progress, the reality is that you're losing money in the long run. One way to break this cycle is to pay off high-interest debts as quickly as possible. Refinancing or consolidating your debt could also be a smart move to lower those rates and make the payments more manageable. One thing that's often overlooked is how you approach taking on new debt. Before you borrow money for anything, ask yourself, is this an investment that will pay off over time, or is it something that will depreciate and leave me worse off? If you're borrowing money for a new car that will lose value the minute you drive it off the lot, think twice. Instead, use debt as a tool to build assets, not liabilities. Now that you've got a handle on using debt wisely, it's time to look at the big picture. Money doesn't equal happiness, but it certainly plays a role in giving you the freedom to live life on your terms. Stick around, because in the next step, we'll dive into how aligning money and happiness is more possible than you think. Trust me, this is a game changer. Money doesn't equal happiness, but it can give you freedom. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking money is the answer to everything. But the truth is, while money isn't going to solve every problem, it can buy you something incredibly valuable: freedom. The freedom to make choices without being constantly stressed about your next paycheck. The freedom to pursue your passions without worrying about bills piling up. And, most importantly, the freedom to spend time doing what truly matters to you, whether that's traveling, spending more time with family, or focusing on personal growth. Here's the kicker: money can give you options, but it's up to you to choose how to use those options. For example, imagine if you no longer had to trade your time for money just to cover basic expenses. With a strong understanding of financial habits and investments, you could create passive income streams that generate money while you sleep. This financial independence allows you to spend your time in ways that are meaningful to you, rather than feeling trapped in a job or lifestyle that doesn't fulfill you. Let's say you're tired of the 9-to-5 grind and dream of starting your own business. The good news? Financial freedom makes that possible. It gives you the time, resources, and mental clarity to make decisions that are aligned with your goals. Instead of living paycheck to paycheck, you can build a business that supports your lifestyle and offers you the opportunity to grow and thrive on your own terms. The key is understanding that money is a tool to create freedom, not an end goal in itself. The way to achieve this freedom is through smart financial planning, living below your means, investing wisely, and eliminating debt. By focusing on creating wealth that works for you, rather than working for money your entire life, you can open the door to a life where money supports your happiness rather than dictating it. When you have control over your finances, you have the control to make the choices that bring you joy. Now that we've discussed how money can give you the freedom to design your life, the next step is understanding that financial independence isn't about how much you earn, it's about how you manage what you have. This mindset shift is critical, so stay tuned, because in the next step, we'll explore how to build financial independence no matter your income level. Financial independence isn't about earning a lot, it's about how you manage it. You don't need to earn a fortune to achieve financial independence. The real key is how you manage the money you already have. It's about making your money work for you by consistently saving, investing, and cutting out unnecessary expenses. A high salary won't automatically bring you freedom, it's how you choose to handle that income that makes the difference. Managing your money wisely involves forming habits that prioritize your long-term goals. This could mean living below your means and building up a strong emergency fund. It's about eliminating waste and investing in your future, so you're not always playing catch-up when financial challenges arise. Small adjustments can have big results over time. The idea is to grow your wealth incrementally through smart investments, not necessarily by earning a higher paycheck. You can build financial independence by investing in assets that grow over time, like real estate or stocks. It's all about building a portfolio that works for you, creating multiple income streams. Ultimately, financial independence is about creating a system where money no longer controls you. It's about taking charge of your financial destiny, so you can live life on your own terms. Managing your money with purpose is the first step toward building the freedom you deserve. Remember how overwhelming it felt to constantly stress about your finances, wondering if you'd ever break free from the cycle? Well, now you know that the key to financial freedom is all about taking control, by managing what you already have and making it work for you. You've got the tools to start building the life you deserve. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to level up your financial game. Every tip and insight here is designed to help you get closer to that goal, and there's so much more to learn. But if you're truly ready to transform your life and build the kind of financial freedom that brings peace of mind, click the link in the pinned comment now. In my material, Holistic Health, Nourish Your Mind, Balance Your Finances, Transform Your Life, you'll learn exactly how to create passive income streams, eliminate debt, and master the mental clarity that helps you thrive under financial pressure. Check out the material in the pinned comment. Your future self will thank you.